Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Q8 Pilot stream. It is 2100 hours local time, 1800 Zulu time for our stream today, which is a special stream and a tribute to the developer of the 787 mod for Microsoft Flight Simulator, as well as a tribute to Yahya, who is the developer of the freeware Kuwait International and City, one of the best, if not the best, freeware scenery package available today for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Want to welcome you all to this live stream. We have Noah Randcooley, my dear friend. Welcome aboard. Nemeth, hello, my friend. Zotub, greetings and salutations. Kuwait, happy day. Thank you very much for being here. We have also Constantine. We have TP1523, David Henry, welcome aboard. Paradisky, The Sun and the Night, Rafal, F.O. Bob, greetings to all of you and welcome aboard. Our flight today is a short flight from Kuwait International. It is a scheduled real-world route. It is normally flown on the Airbus A320. Kuwait Airways does not have a 787, but the guys over at Kuwait Airways Virtual Airline created a bunch of liveries, and this airport features the Terminal 4, which is this terminal here. This is Terminal 4, and I'm not sure why FSLTL is showing different airlines, but this terminal is reserved only for Kuwait Airways at Kuwait International. And Yahya, the developer of the airport, has actually made this specially for the guys for the Kuwait Airways virtual airline, and he's done an amazing job with this airport. And I can tell you that if you want to know what Q8's hometown looks like, get the scenery. It's freeware available on flightsim.to, but Terminal 4 will not be available there. So if you are interested in this terminal and having the full-fledged airport, I highly recommend that you join Kuwait Airways Virtual Aviation Discord server. Link available in the description, as well as in a timer that will be presented to you every now and then here on stream. And we have with us today UVP Digital Signage. Welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you here. Rissi, welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you. A very nice rendition, and this is exactly what the airport looks like, by the way, in real life. Terminal 4 is a very small terminal. It's a temporary terminal that was built as a temporary airport to support Kuwait Airways while the new airport is being developed. The new airport features the latest and greatest in terms of architecture, technology. It's supposed to be a state-of-the-art airport that is currently being built by a Turkish company, one of the most famous Turkish companies that build airports. And far in the distance here, you can see Jabir Stadium. This is one of the landmarks in Kuwait, and the only large stadium, sort of international standard stadium in the country. Yahya actually with Kuwait International not just modeled the airport to an accuracy level of about 95%. He's actually also modeled the entire city of Kuwait. So if you want to know what the city looks like, this is probably a 90 to 95% accuracy as to what the city looks like, with the rendition of Kuwait Towers, Al-Hamra Tower, and the Kuwait Liberation Tower, as well as the Free Trade Zone right over there. Lovely freeware scenery. Really massive effort by Yahya, and he deserves the commendation and deserves for us to make a special stream for him. And of course, you guys can tell that I'm probably a little bit biased because this is my home country, and so I'm very happy to see it being rendered in this accuracy in a flight simulator. You can see here the Kuwait Airways emblem here on the ground, which is again true to life. Everything you see here is true to life. You see the two Kuwaiti flags here at the airport entrance. This is the actual road and how it leads to the airport with the parking area over here. You've got the main terminal of Kuwait Airways right here, and this is now the international terminal at Kuwait Airways. We have Terminal 5, which serves Al Jazeera, which is the low-budget airline in Kuwait. You have here the sort of the Emiri airport. This is reserved for the Emir of Kuwait as well as government officials. And you have T4 located here, which is reserved for Kuwait Airways. Our flight today is approximately 1 hour. And we are going to be flying this beautiful brand new Kuwait Airways livery. This is the new livery of Kuwait Airways with we have all the aircraft in Kuwait bear a name from one of the areas. So this one is Bayan. Bayan is one of the areas in Kuwait. Then you have El Fontas, you have Al Mubarkiya, Al Jabriya. They are named either after the royals or some of the areas in Kuwait. So yeah, so it's quite fun to be flying the 787. This is the 787-8, so it is smaller than the 10 variant. And I must say that the developer has really done a very nice job with the modeling of the aircraft, both inside and out. I really like the livery fits this aircraft, really. I hope Kuwait Airways at some point does get the 787. All right, let's get things underway, folks. And we have Avionic Master. Welcome aboard. Perfect combination. Welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you here. All right. And of course, there are a few announcements that we're going to make during the stream, so stay tuned for that. We're going to bring up our sim brief plan here just to kind of brief you guys. I've already set up the load and balance, and you do this through the default MSFS payload and balance. We are today Kuwait Airways Flight 617, service from Kuwait to Doha International, or New Hamad International Airport in the state of Qatar. We are carrying, let's see here. All right. We are carrying approximately, let me make this a little bigger. Yeah, that way you guys can see it a little better. And we are carrying 208 passengers, cargo 14.2, payload 52.7, and fuel 29,000 pounds of fuel. Our route today is a simple route. We are going to be departing Kuwait, runway 33 right through the Boxy 4 Foxtrot departure, through the Boxic transition, and we're going to be arriving into Qatar, Doha, Qatar, at the Haya 1 vector runway 34 right. We're going to be cruising at 35,000 feet and with an approximate flight time today of 1 hour. All right. Hello there, call sign Adam. Welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you here. Brett, hello, Brett. Welcome aboard. And we have Gillis. Hello, my friend. Good evening to you, my friend. All right. Let's go ahead and fire up the aircraft, and we're going to bring up the external power here and turn on the battery. APU can go to start. We'll leave those for the time being, and let's just do, again, top to bottom, left to right. And we're going to come here, and we're going to FD door power. Emergency lights are armed. Window heat is on. And we're going to turn on the hydraulic system. And fasten seatbelt. Yeah, why not? We'll put it on auto. Nav lights are on. We're going to turn on the fuel pumps. We're going to turn on the packs. And recirc fans are on as well. All right, so everything here is good. Excellent. And we'll just wait for the, looks like the APU gen has taken over. And let's go ahead now and set up the FMC. I really like the interior of the 787. Looks very modern. Yeah. All right, so let's go to the FMC and start setting things up. We're going to bring up our SimBrief flight plan. And we'll just put it here. Let's see. All right, so that's our flight plan here. We're going to go to position in it, and we are going to select Oscar Kilo Kilo Kilo, which is Kuwait International. Let's head over to the overhead panel and turn on the ADDONS. Perfect. And now we can come back here, select the position, paste it here, and we're good. We can activate. Oops. All right. Kilo, Kilo, Kilo. I'm kind of ahead of myself there. Oscar, Tango, Hotel, Hotel. And execute. Perfect. And then we can go to the departure. And as you can see here, we are going to be departing today, runway 33 right. So let's go to the next page. That's 33 right. And we are going to be doing through the Boxy 4 Foxtrot departure, or SID. So we're going to select that. And next we're going to go to the route. Right, so we're going to go to the route page. Matt Johnson, welcome to Commercial Pilot, my friend. And ladies and gents, we have Pilot Q8 with us. I just want to add that who made this incredible T4 are Pilot Mohammed and Jabir. Yo, thank you very much, Pilot Q8, for pointing that out. And kudos to Pilot Mohammed and Pilot Jabir for creating T4, which integrates with the Kuwait International by Captain Yahya. Really appreciate all the effort from you guys in doing this incredible scenery for Kuwait International. We are Kuwait Airways 617. That's Kilo Alpha Charlie 617 for the flight. And now we can execute that. And we can go to the next page. And now we can select the rest of the flight plan. All right. Let's come down here. We're going to be Bravo 416. Bravo 416. And we're going to exit at MDOX. All right, so MDOX. Again, guys, if you want the full scenery of Kuwait International, please join the Kuwait Airways virtual airline Discord server. Link is in the description. And Pilot Jabber or any of the fine folks there will be able to help you and provide you with a copy of the airport. So that's MDOX. And then Papa 975. Papa 975. And we're going to exit. We need to delete that. So let's come here. Erase. Yeah, erase the whole thing. Darn. Okay. All right. So Boxic, let's take Bravo 416. Bravo 416. Exit at MDOX. MDOX. Excellent. And then we're going to take Papa 975. Papa 975. And exit at Lonos. Excellent. All right, that's Lonos. And then Lima 703. Lima 703. And we're going to exit at Haya. And finally, the arrival into Doha, Qatar at the Haya 1 Vector, or Victor, runway 34 right. So we are going to execute that. All right, and we're going to go back to the departure and arrival. Let's go to the index, arrival. And the arrival at Doha is the Haya 1 Victor. Probably the next page. Haya 1 Victor. Excellent. And the ILS runway 34 right. There is no transition, so we're going to say select. We're going to go to the next page and verify the flight plan. So next page, next page, next page. And looks like we have vectors to final. So we're going to select LADSO because if we look at the flight plan, here, what is that? No, that's not what I want. All right, so here's our flight plan. And if we look at the arrival into Qatar, let me bring up the... Let's go here too. Hello there, Matt. Welcome aboard. Appreciate it, my friend. Thank you very much for your kind words there. Appreciate it. All right. So if we come here and we look at the arrival chart at Doha. So this is the arrival chart, and this is going to be this is the logma transition. So no, definitely we could use it as a matter of fact. But what we'll do is we'll come here through Bayan and Mesox Mox, and then I think it's safe to do the following, and we're going to select Lotso and cancel the vectors. There we go, and execute that. And now if we go to the plan, so if we click here, it gives us this is our departure, it looks like. So let me go to the legs page, and we can maybe increase the range a little bit. There we go. So that's the departure out of Kuwait. And then we go to the next page. Actually, we want to step through. All right, so we step, and that's the arrival into Doha. Gives us a nice arrival. Cancel the vectors allows you to go a little further after muxed to maybe descend a little further before you make the final turn to intercept the localizer. But I think we should be okay. If we feel that we are too high, we can always increase our rate of descent as we approach the airport. All right, perfect. We are done here. Let's go ahead and use the B button, the magic button, set our altimeter. And we're going to come here, change this back to map. And we're going to come here to the FMC and do the rest of the configuration here. 0 fuel 317 and reserves. Oops, no, we don't do that. All right, let's clear that. All right, so reserves, we can just say 2,000. That's fine. Cruise altitude is 35,000 feet. And the cost index is 25. And we are set here. Execute, and everything is set. Perfect. Thrust limit. We can derate 10%. And then we go to takeoff. We're going to select flaps 5 for departure. And we're going to select the center of gravity. 4.5 trim. V1 is 130. V2 is 134. And V2 is 143. The FMC pre-flight is complete. And we can come now to the glare shield and set things up. So 143. So let's set 143. Yuki Sim, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Thank you very much for your kind words. Appreciate it. All right, so let's set this to 1/4. Oh, come on. All right, let's do this. 143. 143, and the altitude is going to be 35,000 feet. All right, 35,000 feet is set. Flight directors are on, and the auto brake to rejected takeoff. And we are pretty much ready to go. Brilliant. All right. By the way, this aircraft also features the heads-up display. And there we go. Here, it works exactly as it should. All right, perfect. All is good here. We're going to come to the overhead panel. We're going to turn on the beacon lights on. And we are ready to go. We can start the pushback now. It says engine shutdown, cabin, anti-ice is off. And that's because we need to set these to auto. All right. And now everything's good. Excellent. All right. We are ready to go. Let's go ahead and call the pushback truck. GSX.
This parking is too small for your aircraft.
Yeah, that's fine. Prepare for pushback and departure. There we go. And I love the GSX Pro. It's got all the equipment, all the ground equipment has actually the Kuwait Airways logo. So that's kind of nice. And we are using FSLTL, which correctly places some Kuwait Airways flights here, but Jazeera does not belong to T4. The Sun and the Light, really good packages, absolutely. And the nice thing is, everything you see here today is actually free. So it's all freeware stuff. Really, really very fine work. By the way, I've included the link of the livery of the airport, as well as the Kuwait Airways virtual airline links in the description of the stream. Right, here we go. Here's the pushback truck. He's finding his place on the tarmac. And finally he aligns magically. All right, perfect.
Locking gear.
All right, very quickly we are going to let me just show you here. We're going to go back to our airport here, which is Q8, and the departure runway is where are we? All right, so we are here. This is Terminal 4. And I'm glad that Navigraph actually has an updated chart, shows Terminal 4 here, which is very cool. So this is our departure runway, 33, is it right or left? Let me check here. We are 33 right, so it's this one here. So actually, I'm glad that we got 33 right. It is a long taxi, but it will give you an opportunity to explore the great work by Yahya, as well as pilot Jabber and on Terminal 4, and pilot Muhammad, I think. Hello, my friend Shakir Al-Hashlan from Saudi Arabia. Welcome aboard, my friend. Guys, Shakir is another content creator. He creates content only in Arabic. And if you, if you are looking for content in Arabic, he's one of the best, if not the best, Arabic content creator for flight sim. Really, really very, very fine gentleman, and excellent content.
This parking is too small for your aircraft.
Where's my continue pushback? All right, here we go. Nose to the right.
Release parking brakes.
All right, here we go.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
All right, now with the 787, you don't do engine 1, engine 2. You actually start the engines together. So we're going to go to start on both. And you can also start the right and left engines together. So you don't wait for anything. You just do auto start. You just turn on both knobs and give it the fuel. And then you're good to go. And now we have the aircraft engine starting. I really like the animation on the engines there. We'll probably arrive into Qatar during nighttime, which should be interesting. Thank you very much, Shakir. Thank you very much, sir. Hi, for Captain. Hello, my friend. Welcome. Glad to have you here with us this evening. So one of the things I do want to let you guys know about is that we are going to be doing a giveaway celebrating 70,000 subscribers here on the channel. And that is going to be probably in the next couple of weeks. I will be giving away copies of X-Plane and as well as some add-ons for Microsoft Flight Simulator. So it's going to be like a mixed giveaway. So stay tuned for that and be sure to tell your friends. And the other thing is we are going to also be doing a group flight very soon, and we're probably going to be flying the 787 for the group flight. I love this new Kuwait Airways livery, just so nice. All right, here we go.
Set parking brakes.
All right, parking brakes set. This is, by the way, the old... let me show you here real quick. So this is... right there, that's the old Kuwait Airways livery. and this is the new one. So you have them both right next to each other. So this one is I like this one a lot better. By the way, Kuwait Airways recently received an award from Skytrax as one of the most improved airlines in the world. So they received that along with other airlines. And yeah, it's good to see them finally, you know, kind of confirming. It's good to see the airline improving. And of course, it is the national carrier of Kuwait. And so, all right. So all is good here. Everything's looking good. Let's set our flaps, flaps 5. And we'll wait for the tow truck to disconnect. In the meantime, we can turn off the APU. APU can go off. There we go. And now you see APU cool down. And everything is looking good.
Unlocking gear.
All right. Unlocking gear. Look at the flaps. Look at the nice wing there. What is this guy doing? And you can see the GSX truck there. It's got the Kuwait Airways logo there.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Just how beautiful the 787 is. Just absolutely gorgeous. Right, we're going to wait for the signals. Right, here we go. Clear on the left, clear on the right. All right, we're good to go, folks. Taxi light is on, and off we go. One more thing we need to set. We need 4.5 on the trim. So let's come here, and we have currently 8.5. No, that needs to be corrected. So let's go to 4.5. 6, 7, 4.5. All right, 4.5 is set. Excellent. And we're going to set TCAS to TARA before we forget it. And there... Why is this guy coming like... Look at him. Totally ignoring us. All right, parking brake is released. And let's go. Yeah, he's not bothered. He's just going to go right through us. All right. Ali Kuwait 787 Airways. Yeah. How about that? Yeah, I hope Kuwait Airways at some point gets us the 787. The reason, Ali, we're doing this is a tribute to the developers of the 787 mod for Microsoft Flight Simulator, as well as Kuwait International Airport and City, as well as the excellent work by pilot Jabir and Mohammed, I believe, for creating Terminal 4 that actually integrates with the airport by Captain Yahya. So yeah, I had to do a 787 Kuwait Airways, which I'm kind of glad I found it. All right. Look at how beautiful the 787 is. And we're going to take a look here. Just look at the beautiful rendition of the airport. Very, very accurate rendition of Kuwait International, with all the buildings, all the little clutter that you'll actually find at the airport. Very nice indeed. You can see here the international terminal. You'll probably see a lot of Emirates flights there, and all the rest of the international flights fly out of the I believe this is Terminal 3. Terminal 3, I believe, is what is labeled. So all Kuwait Airways flights now move out of T4, and there is a T5, which is Al Jazeera. So we're going to make a turn a little later. They're about the midpoint of the airport to go to runway 33 right. If we look at the, so we are here now, and we want to go all the way to runway 33 right. So it's quite a taxi there. but it gives us, again, like I said, an opportunity to look at the great work by Captain Yahya. And by the way, this is all freeware, so you don't pay anything for this, so it's kind of cool. And the efforts by Captain Yahya and Captain Jabir and Captain Mohammed are definitely commended. And for this reason, I decided to do the stream today in appreciation of their effort. And of course, you know, this is Kuwait's home country. So if you guys ever wondered, you know, that's where I'm from. And I'm kind of going to go through this guy here. That's where I'm from. And that's what the channel name actually stands for, which is Q8. That's what Q8 stands for. It stands for Kuwait, as in the country. Right, we're going to make the turn here. I mean, the details are insane, and this is actually what you'd see there at the actual airport. Beautiful rendition, really, of the airport. May I ask where you're from? I'm a Kuwaiti national, Ali. I'm a Kuwaiti national. Welcome, my friend. Hey, College Dude 03, welcome aboard. Is this MSFS? Yes, sir. All right. So here again, we can take a look at the rendition of the airport. Fine details. All the buildings, I mean, are modeled. This is really, this airport should be payware. But again, Yahya is a very kind person. And he's put in a lot of effort to make, by the way, the terminal has people inside. So they've got 3D, and he's modeled the waiting area inside the terminal very, very well, just like the real life. So this is an accurate rendition of the airport. Here's again an A340, an Airbus A340, which I believe is still in service. And then you've got Kuwait Airways Hangar number 2. That's where they bring the aircraft for maintenance at the airport. There we go. Again, the Emiri Airport appearing here. Everything is modeled, the mosque, everything. Just really, really great work by Captain Yahya. Very commendable work. Right, here we go. And there is the military, there is a military stand as well. And the general aviation stand is right there. Normally you won't find a lot of aircraft here. But that's the a good look at the Emiri Airport. All right, we're going to make a turn here and head over to runway 33 right. Q8, great to see the airport is updated with new ICO code. It's Oscar Kilo Kilo Kilo. Now we just need one for XP12. For XP12, I do have the scenery. Again, if you join the Discord for the Kuwait Airways virtual airline, the link is in the description. You'll be able to request the airport from the guys looking over the Discord server there. A bunch of really fine folks, and I highly recommend you join. And maybe you can fly, you know, with us one day. And if we can get the guys over at the Kuwait Airways virtual airlines to 1,000 members in the next week, I will do a flight on IVAO. With all of you guys. How about that? All right, it's a long taxi. But yeah, this is and by the way, the airport, the new airport, is being built adjacent to the current airport. So there's a lot of construction going on right now at Kuwait International. And here's a look at the outside. Lots of desert land in Kuwait, mostly desert. And yeah, the temperature today was about 46 Celsius. So it starts cooling down a little bit in August. And normally in September is where the temperature starts dropping to the mid-40s with lots of humidity. And then beyond September, that's when we get the lower 40s, and at night it drops to the upper 30s. And then in October and November, it kind of the temperature subsides, the heat subsides, and then things start looking a little better in November, where the weather becomes really, really pleasant in Kuwait. December through end of March, the weather is just beautiful in Kuwait. And with some very cold days, especially during January and February, we get, you know, like temperatures nearing freezing temperature. So, yeah. George, hello, my friend. Welcome. Kuwait don't have 788. That is correct, George. You are absolutely correct. I've mentioned that in the beginning of the stream. Why did they change the ICO code to OKKK? I think something to do with regulation. But I'm not sure really why. Just one day I woke up in the morning and they just, you know, changed the code. Hey, Boeing Corp Mike from Logan, New Jersey. Welcome aboard. And we have also with us Fists Yusuf. Hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Hello, Samuel. Welcome. Why freezing temperature? I would never imagine that. Yeah. We'll get that in Kuwait. All right. We're approaching the holding short point now for runway 32 right, or departure runway. Let's turn on the auto throttle. And by the way, I think we forgot. Let's turn those on. Let's leave it on the on position. Perfect. And landing lights can come on. And strobe lights can come on. And you know what? It's kind of getting dark, so I'm going to turn on the logo lights as well. And ladies and gents, we are at runway 33 right, and we are cleared for takeoff. It's going to be a night arrival into Doha, Qatar. Why is this? Not sure what my mouse is doing today. But one thing I've noticed is looks like the runway textures are written over one another. That's one thing I've noticed, which probably needs fixing. Not a big deal, though. All right, we are ready to go. Right, takeoff thrust is set. $80 knots checked. Rotate. Positive rate, gears going up. And here is a look at the beautiful city of Kuwait as we depart. Right, 1,000 feet. LNAV, VNAV. And autopilot is engaged. And it looks like we're gonna go, we're gonna fly right by the city so you guys can take a look. Nice time to depart from Kuwait during the evening. Yeah, the Kuwait livery is very, very nice. Thanks for that, Boeing Corp Mike. Hello there, Brett. Welcome aboard. How's the 8787 flying MSFS flown this bird? It's nice. It's really nice. I really like it. Is this a new mod? I haven't been keeping track of late. Yeah, this is a new mod. Correct. All right, let's track the flaps. And here we are over Kuwait City. Man, this guy's done a really good job. This is exactly what you'd see in real life, by the way. Here's the free trade zone. Right there. And Kuwait Port. And here overlooking Kuwait City, that big tower that you see here is Al Hamra Tower. It's a business building, but it's got some shops as well and some restaurants. And this here is Kuwait Liberation Tower. This is the Grand Mosque in Kuwait City. This is the Central Bank of Kuwait, the regulator for the banks in Kuwait. And then you have right here, this here is Crystal Tower. That's where Q8Pilot works. Yeah, Kuwait Towers right over there. Beautiful, beautiful sight of the city here as we depart Kuwait. That's Kuwait Towers right there. Beautiful rendition of the entire country, really the city and the airport area. And by the way, there are a lot of landmarks as well. If you have this, if you download the scenery, you'll see a lot of the landmarks such as the Kuwait Towers, the water towers, Fatma Mosque in Dahiat Abdullah Al Salim. Some really nice landmarks and really nice rendition of the entire country, really. All right, 10,000 feet. Let's kill the lights. And we don't need the taxi lights anymore. Now, by the way, guys, if you want me to change the time for a daylight flight, that's perfectly fine with me. Just let me know. We're going to release the passengers now. If you want me to keep it the way it is, that's also fine. Just let me know what you guys prefer. Mostly very nice at night. Yeah. Ladies and gents, we have with us Two-Tone Murphy. Hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Thank you very much for stopping by. And guys, of course, you know who Two-Tone Murphy is. He's a fellow content creator, an excellent one, I have to say, and a dear friend of mine. So please do visit his channel and give him a few hundred likes and subscribes, if you will. And help him out get to 20,000 subs. He just passed 10,000 subs on YouTube. Congratulations, Captain, and I wish you all the best, and here's to the next 10. Hello, Alex. Welcome, my friend. No need to be sorry, my friend. That's perfectly okay. No worries, no worries. Q8, how are the engine sounds? Do you like them? The engine sounds are the default sounds, but there is a sound pack that you can download from FT Sim, I believe. You have to be a Patreon to his Patreon channel in order to be able to download the sound packs. They are quite nice, but I'm okay with the default sounds. That's fine. Samuel Rebus, please share the link of the channel. Alex, would you be so kind to look up Two Turn Murphy's channel and share the link in the chat here for people to visit his channel? Yeah, thank you very much, Two Turn Murphy. Yeah, I love the livery. The Kuwait Airways livery is just really a fantastic livery. Whoever's done the design has done a really good job. And the airport is this airport scenery is by far the best freeware scenery for Microsoft Flight Simulator that I've seen, and it covers a huge area. So it's not just the airport, but it's the airport, the city, and the different areas in Kuwait with the landmarks. A lot of the ministry buildings are modeled as well in Al Shuhada area. Very nice, really rendition by the entire city and most of the major landmarks in Kuwait. Hey, Steph86. Hello, Q8. I bought the V-Flight Air Piper on your recommendation, and I am very happy with the plane. What a great add-on. Thank you very much. Well, Steph, happy flying, my friend. I'm glad that you were happy with it. I told you that I wouldn't fail you, and I'm glad that I didn't. Hello there, FK. Ever fancy a helicopter live stream? Sure, why not? Actually, I am going to do something with helisimmer.com very soon. He sent me an email. I still haven't gotten to it, but I will get to it, and we will be doing something together very soon. And stay tuned for a giveaway, ladies and gents, as well there with helisimmer.com. The best guy when it comes to helicopters. Omar Flight, welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you here. There you go. Thank you very much, Rand and Alex, for the link to Two Turn Murphy's YouTube channel. Guys, please visit Two Turn Murphy and give him a few hundred likes and subscribe. Subscribe to his channel. I promise you that he has excellent content, very good tutorials, a very humble person. I really enjoy watching his streams. And, you know, I'll tell you guys, when I'm really down and I'm really feeling upset about something, I tune into his channel. Because, you know, I'll tell you right now, he's definitely going to make you laugh. Yeah, work's been really hectic, folks. Really hectic. And that's why you've probably noticed that I have not really been putting out a lot of content recently. And that's because things have been just really hectic. We're going through a transformation at work, and it is just draining, very stressful. And I do have a lot of projects that I'm responsible for delivering, and they're very big projects. They're huge transformation projects. And I've got, you know, my two daughters who just graduated high school and getting ready to go to college. And that in itself is a job, I tell you. So I subscribed, and I noticed you have VATSIM course. Yeah. By the way, Two Turn Murphy not just has a VATSIM course, but he has a whole series of how to learn air traffic phraseology, and he does it in a brilliant style. He's just very down to earth. He's very calm. I like his style. I like the way he presents things. He makes things very simple. He does it step by step. So yeah, you'll definitely enjoy his channel. A very resourceful guy. And recently I watched his I'm not sure if it was a live stream or a recorded video of Beyond ATC on his channel, which is apparently is going to be one of the next generation, you know, AI for air traffic for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Q8, do you like flight simming more than your job? That's a good question. Flight simming to me is a hobby. But I like aviation. I'd like to work in aviation more than my job, that's for sure. I always tell my friends at work, you know, if I get a job as a pushback driver at Kuwait Airport, I'll probably take the job. and I'll just leave my current job, even if I get a huge cut in salary. I don't mind, because it's gonna put me closer to my passion. So I wouldn't mind it. The 4090 doesn't pay itself. Doesn't pay itself. The 4090 is an excellent car. I think is it worth it? I think it is. I think it is, and I think the price has gone down now. Yeah, Rand liked that one. Hello there, Mayday. Are your daughters heading to the States for college like you did? No, they are not. They want to go to the UK. The reason they want to go to the UK is we have a house there up north in Newcastle, and they are more familiar with the UK than they are with the States because they've been going there since they were little. Not to mention the fact that it is closer to Kuwait. So it's about a 5.5 to 6 hour flight. So it's closer to home in case, we need to go to them or they need to come back for any reason to visit, or if we need to go and check on them, then it's a shorter flight to get to them. The State's quite far, and yeah, they prefer to go to somewhere where it's a bit familiar for them. So yeah, they've got great schools in the UK without a doubt. Some of the oldest and most prestigious schools are in the UK, without a doubt. Makes sense with the girls, yeah. Correct, Rand, yeah. Now my son, Ali, who frequently shows up on chat, All Things FNAF, I think, is his name now. He's changed from Godzilla Web. He normally he wants to become a pilot. He's obviously tremendously influenced by his dad, and he wants to become a pilot. And Oxford is one of the best schools, yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. Let's take a look at the outside here real quick, and we are flying in close proximity to Saudi Arabian airspace right now. And beautiful sky colors there in Microsoft Flight Sim. And we can see the air traffic. By the way, we're going to reset the traffic once we're closer to Doha, just so that we don't get anyone on the runway as we come into land. Right, that's top of climb, and things are doing. We're doing well according to our flight plan here. We should begin the descent in probably less than 30 minutes, actually, before top descent. Yeah. But yeah, I like this aircraft. I think it flies very well, and I probably like it more than the 1000 variant of the 787. Here's there are a few views there of the aircraft. The views are not that great, I must say, but here's a nice wing view there for you guys. And by the way, the aircraft does not have a passenger cabin, just if you're wondering. I'm in Turkey now, and the universities are very good. There are a lot of good universities around the world, but both my girls actually went to a British school in Kuwait, so they are very accustomed to the British system, and obviously it's closer to their heart to be in the UK and study in an English school, as opposed to anything else. So, yeah. How do you get those airplane with that? How did you get those airplanes with that look really awesome? Oh, you mean those planes, the AI traffic? You mean? The AI traffic is FSLTL, and that's what I use for AI traffic. And yeah, they do look nice in the sim. Here, there's another one right there. That is a brilliant view there. Beautiful sky colors there. Look at this livery. I think this livery really fits the 787. I think it looks really good on it. Yeah. By the way, let me show you guys real quick the heads-up display. There we go. So you've got a full heads-up display there. It shows you everything, so you don't have to fiddle around or keep looking down and up. You have everything here. Personally, I don't like heads-up display. But it's there if you want it. All right. We are at our cruise altitude, folks, and if we look down here and we go to progress, we can see that the top of descent is in 163 nautical miles, so we're looking good. And by the way, if you guys want to have a daylight arrival into Doha, just let me know in chat. If you prefer that we do a completely night flight today, that's also perfectly fine with me. Whatever you guys like, I will do. MS is my third sim for now, but I'm looking forward to 2024 and its graphic setup. Night. All right, we'll keep it night. All right, so recently I've done a review of the Rand Robinson, and I hope that you guys are able to see the difference between the Rand Robinson and the DA-20 Eclipse aircraft, and for the reasons that I've given a 6.5 for the DA-20 as opposed to a 9 out of 10 for the Rand Robinson. Both aircraft are in the general aviation category. They both retail for $24.95, so just under $25 both, but just go and look at my review of both aircraft and you'll know exactly why I have rated the DA-20 at a 6.5, whereas the Rand Robinson got a 9 out of 10. It'll be very apparent as soon as you take a look at these videos. Night, please. All right, UV digital signage, no worries at all. Yep, watched yesterday, no comparison. Exactly, Rand. Yeah. So, so there is a reason why I give aircraft those ratings, and there is a very strict criteria that I follow, and I have been following, by the way, since the early days of the channel. The keys move. Yeah, the keys move. Yeah, exactly. But that's not the only thing. But that detail was a great detail. You know, the Rand Robinson, I was really impressed by the developer. You know, you've got the movement of the keys for a detail, but you've got all your circuit breakers modeled and functional. You've got the aircraft systems. There's a lot of work that went into programming the systems of the aircraft. Visually, it's a stunning aircraft, just a brilliant aircraft to fly. And again, probably the developer knew that it's going to be difficult for people to use their toe brake to steer the aircraft. So he's built in like this assistance feature that will help you steer the aircraft on the ground. All of which are great features for an aircraft that costs only $25. So, yeah. More reviews are coming on the way. We are going to be doing there is a series of V-Flight Air aircraft for X-Plane 12 now. So we're definitely going to be taking a look at those. Let's take a look here from the pilot, first officer's side. And look at here. Yeah, things are definitely getting darker. And the nice thing is, for runway 34 right at Doha, we'll be able to see the cityscape as we arrive. And it looks absolutely gorgeous during nighttime with all the colored buildings there. The lighting of the buildings is just phenomenal at Doha. You gotta love that livery. Very, very nice. Wow, it's gonna get really dark in a little while here. We can use the, let's see here. Yeah, there's more lights here. Can increase the brightness. Overhead panel. Make things a little more readable. Let's see here. Nothing here. By the way, we did not turn on the clock. That's all right. All right, that's good. Do we have anything here? Yeah, we do. Okay, a little more lighting inside the cockpit now. Hello there, Jabber. Welcome aboard, my friend. I'm Jabber. Thanks for the live stream and the review. It's very nice. Well, thank you, Jabber, for being here. Guys, this is Pilot Jabber, the creator of T4 for Kuwait International, and he is also the CEO of Kuwait Airways Virtual Airlines. And again, the Discord link is available in the description if you're interested in the airport or becoming a part of the Kuwait Airways virtual team. Please go ahead and join the Discord server. And I want to welcome Frank Hopp to the Q8Pilot Channel. Welcome aboard, and thank you for your subscription to the channel. I appreciate it, my friend. Thank you. All right. So if we look down here, we are 117 nautical miles from Doha. So we're going to come down here to the FMC. We're going to go to the init approach reference, and we're going to add 5 knots to the final speed. We're going to do flaps 30, so we're going to select 30, and we're going to do speed 139. 139 is selected and set. Back to the legs page. Excellent. 114 nautical miles, and we'll begin the descent. We are still flying in Saudi airspace. Bahrain is ahead of us, and then we're going to make the turn into Doha and land there. You're welcome, and thanks for all. Well, thank you very much again, Pilot Jabber. I appreciate it, my friend. Thank you. Yeah, excellent work, really. Excellent work. By the way, I'm not sure if you guys know NG Driver. So NG Driver has started a channel. I'm not sure when did he start. I've recently been seeing some of his videos pop up on my YouTube home screen. He's a real-world 737 pilot, currently doing his type rating in the Airbus. And he actually is starting to like X-Plane, finally. And he's a real-world pilot, and he attests to the accuracy of X-Plane when compared to Microsoft Flight Simulator, and he actually declared X-Plane to be the superior simulator in terms of the flight model and the flight physics. And he also did a comparison of the landing and flare of the Taurus versus the Phoenix. And the Taurus, believe it or not, has a more accurate flare when landing. Very interesting videos. He puts out really interesting videos. Of course, they carry the perspective of real-world pilot, and so there is a lot of value to his channel. His style is probably not for everyone, but without a doubt, a valuable channel to watch. I personally, I would recommend him if you You know, if you want to learn things from a real-world pilot perspective, I definitely recommend his channel. I recommend that you watch him. He was a 737 pilot. That is correct, Alex. Yes. And here are the skies over the Persian Gulf and Saudi Arabian airspace. Not a lot of traffic this evening over this part of the world. Normally, by the way, the skies near Saudi and UAE is just very, very heavy. They have a lot of destinations, and Saudi Arabia is a huge country, so they have a lot of you know, local flights, so regional flights and international flights. They recently there was an inauguration of Riyadh Air, which is a brand new airline in Saudi Arabia. And they have the fleet is going to be a 787 fleet. They've got a really nice livery too. Well, I tell you guys, it's getting pitch dark, and we are going to arrive into Doha during nighttime today. I personally, by the way, I don't like to fly during nighttime because you don't really see a lot of things that you see during daylight. So there are certain approaches I like during nighttime, but for the most part, I prefer to fly in daylight. That is weird that he said that. 6 months ago, he made a video with the title, "Why MSFS is the best sim hands down without having used XP or P3D." He saw Q8's content. I did actually go to one of his videos where he was testing out the PMDG, and I said, "Would you do a video and take a look at the Zibo?" And sure enough, he did not respond to the comment ever. But sure enough, after a few days, there was a video on the Zibo. So and he actually likes the Zibo quite a bit, and he says that it's again very close to the real thing. So, and there's a lot of pilots, by the way, that say the same in terms of the flight model and X-plane. In fact, most real-world pilots say that, including flight deck to sim, you know, 737NG, plus many others. There are a few real-world pilots that say, no, Microsoft Flight Simulator flight dynamics are more accurate than X-plane. And those are I'm not going to, of course, name any names, but those are the creators that are trying to, I'm trying to find of a good word to use. So those are the kind of guys that want to get close with Microsoft, and, you know, they want to maybe like get a sponsorship from Microsoft, something like that. So, yeah. But, Microsoft Flight Simulator, guys, don't get me wrong, it looks fabulous. But by the way, fabulous doesn't mean that it looks realistic. And there are a lot of situations where in Microsoft Flight Simulator, I feel that doesn't look realistic. It looks more like arcade-ish. In some situations, it looks phenomenal. With the payware, some of the payware airports are just insanely detailed and insanely accurate, and you feel like you're in the actual airport. But there are, again, situations where, you know, it looks arcade-ish and the colors, the saturation of the colors is off. But overall, it's a great sim. And obviously, it's the home for many in the hobby. But if you're serious about flying, and of course, you know, X-plane is the sim that will provide you with more accurate representation of what it feels to fly a real plane in real life. Ziba has 3 real live pilots giving input. Yeah. Hello there, Donnie. Welcome aboard. Man, the thing of the PMDG is getting a little bit out of the bounds regarding the EFB. You know, Donnie, I will tell you something about the, you know, all of this. the EFE or any development for any aircraft. First of all, the development does take a lot of time. Okay, so it does take quite a bit for people to, put in a good add-on out. And number two, the developers have learned throughout the years, so in defense to the developers, that when they put something out that isn't finished or something that has problems, then they will come under huge criticism from the community. They will just completely destroy them. And so that's, for that reason, you never hear any development, any flight sim development company giving dates on releases. They remain very quiet about release dates and about they'll tell you how they're progressing. They'll tell you, yeah, we're happy with the progress, or oh, this is a setback for us, but they will not give any release dates or anything like that. And for those reasons, and our community is not, sometimes can be very harsh, and that is a fact. And I have been personally been someone who suffered from this harshness from the community in many of my videos. And look, a lot of people come to the channel and they go to review, oh, nothing about this aircraft, you have no experience with the aircraft, you should go and read the pilot operating handbook, and your speed was like 2 knots below the assigned speed for this altitude and density, and all this nitpicking that they do. And that's okay, it doesn't really matter. But if they do this to me as a content creator, imagine what they do to a developer who's just probably starting out. So that for those reasons, they are they are very careful. Now, for for somebody doing reviews like I do, my standards are quite high, and I do not want you guys to put your money where it doesn't, where you're not going to enjoy it. I want you to invest your money wisely, especially because there's a lot of add-ons now, so there's not like one or two things that you can favor one or the other. There's a ton of add-ons, scenery, aircraft, all kinds of things. And so I try to remain as objective as possible. And for this reason, I'm not sponsored by anyone. I represent myself. I represent the Q8Pilot channel and Q8Pilot as in myself. There's no one behind me. I'm under no pressure to say anything I don't want to say. And this actually is what gave me the reputation over the years, and the huge following that the channel has mustered over the years is for those reasons. And people have to understand when they come to the channel that, hello there, Fly Lilo, welcome aboard, my friend. Hello there, Hasso, welcome, my friend, welcome aboard. So people need to understand that when I do the review, I do not do it from a real-world pilot perspective. I do it from a flight sim or an experienced flight sim perspective, flight simmer perspective, and that is the perspective I give. And I will be very detailed in explaining what the aircraft features. Obviously, I've purchased just about everything there for X-Plane, so I can compare the features of one add-on to the other and look at their prices, and then come and report to you guys. And by the way, some people say, oh, you're totally wrong, this aircraft is great, I have the aircraft and I've flown it, and that's okay. My opinion is there for you to consult. If you don't agree, or if you want to purchase an aircraft, I'm not telling you not to purchase the aircraft. I'm just telling you that there is probably a better add-on where you should go and invest your money, and that this add-on does not live up to the criteria that I have set. That's it. I'm looking forward to the Inibuild A300 for MSFS. It looks phenomenal. Yeah, it does look very nice, I have to say. Exactly, you're always honest and independent about it. That's why you are respected. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. Q8 Pilot, but I trust you, period. Well, thank you very much, Rand. I appreciate it, my friend. Bob International, hello, my friend. What is the best weather engine for MSFS 2020 in 2023? To be completely honest with you, just use the default. X Enviro is not bad, but it's got this really weird, we're approaching top descent. It's got this really weird, you know, the clouds kind of start forming and unforming in front of you, so you actually see it, which makes it a huge, you know, very unrealistic. It does depict weather a lot more accurately than the default weather in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So in terms of the representation of the clouds, it is a lot more accurate. Yeah, standard is okay. The standard is just fine. I would not go with anything other than the standard at this point. Do I need 78710 from MSFS Deluxe to get the... Yes, you do. It's a requirement. What about Rex engine? Don't bother with it. Really, you don't really need it. All right, so we are gonna set our altitude to 2,500 feet, which is the initial approach altitude for Doha. So that's 3 and 2,500 is set. Let's take a look here at the outside. Look at that. And by the way, we're flying over the Kingdom of Bahrain right here. Or actually, this Qatar? Not sure. Forgot. No, that can't be. That must be Bahrain. Yeah, that's the Kingdom of Bahrain. If we look here, and let's look out there. That is definitely the Kingdom of Bahrain to our right. And this is Qatar, so we're approaching Doha now. And we'll begin the descent shortly. Wow, I haven't done a night flight in a very long time. Fly Lilo, for me, MSFS is great because it has a lot of assists for disabled pilots. Yes, I follow you there, Fly Lilo. What is the app you use for the map? Oh, so this one here is Navigraph charts, and the best available charts tool for flight simming. I highly recommend it. It's got everything you need. It's got, by the way, excellent capability for VFR planning. So I highly recommend it. And a link to it is provided in the stream description. And of course, the Q8Pilot channel is powered by Navigraph. Just that means that all my videos and streams, I use Navigraph charts. That's the only thing it means. So there you go. For flight plan, I use SimBrief, and I use SimToolkit Pro. But for flight planning, you can use Navigraph as well. So once you put the origin, airport, and destination, you can use this feature here. It says Auto Route. You just click that, and it will build the route for you. They're not always real-world routes like SimBrief does, for the most part, but it still gives you very, very accurate routes for your flight. All right, let's take a look here, and ladies and gents, we have begun the descent towards Doha International, and we are now in the final stage of our flight. Should be a lovely arrival into Doha during nighttime with a beautiful cityscape in the Qatari capital. Right, here we go to above there. You can see the restrictions there. I feel nighttime lighting upgrades should have come standard in MS instead of having to pay for it. Embrace the night. Absolutely, Matt. Rex Real World Weather is very good. I use it all the time. Oh, great! I'm glad that you enjoy it. I just didn't find any difference in using Rex Real Weather as opposed to standard weather. So I do have it. I haven't used it though in the longest time now. That's, by the way, we are flying over the Qatari airspace. Or actually, maybe this is Saudi Arabia. I like the night lighting inside this cockpit. By the way, more than likely on not Saturday, but on Sunday, we will be flying the Phenom 300 by Arabesque. An excellent, excellent aircraft. And guys, in X-Plane 12, after the latest update from Arabesque, the aircraft looks absolutely gorgeous. Arabesque is one of the better developers, I feel, in the community. And they haven't created a lot of aircraft over the years, but the ones they've created are top notch. They're just really excellent. Right, we continue the descent. 28,000 for 2,500. We need to be above 19,000 feet, which we are. And here we are now arriving into... The night lighting is not bad, but to be very, very honest with you guys, I prefer the night lighting in X-Plane. I think it's more realistic. The night lighting in X-Plane looks a lot more realistic. Especially with after the latest beta, they removed the star lights, and now they are using like the lights actually glow like they do in real life in X-Plane. With the latest beta, I think since beta 6, 1206 beta 4, since that version, they fixed those star lights, and now they have this really realistic brightness to them. X-Plane is really coming along very nicely with the clouds starting to look really nice. I just really hope that they nail the cirrus clouds, and the airports look phenomenal just by default in X-Plane. Here's a look at the aircraft from the external view. Guys, it's going to be nighttime, but do you want to do a replay of the landing? If you do, let me know, and we'll set up the... no, where is it? Yeah, it's not there. We'll set up... What is this, by the way? Ah, that's flow. Okay. I kind of forgot what I have here. I haven't used this top bar in a long time. So I normally use Flow Pro, so I disable the top bar. But if you guys want to do a replay, then we will have to enable the replay system. So just let me know if you want to do a replay. It's going to be nighttime. We won't be able to see much, but we can change the time always and rewatch the replay. Just let me know. All right, here we go. 22,000. We're looking good. I don't like this. The stars in the sky in Microsoft Flight Sim. It looks like a sprite image, like a still image there, which doesn't look very good in my view. But anyway, it's all right. All right, let's take a look here and see where we are. Okay. So we are actually not too far now from our destination. So if we look here, you'll see this is Lubak, this is Bayan, And then it's the turn into Moxt for the runway. So we are probably, we'll probably need to accelerate the descent rate a little bit, but we'll just give it some time now. And maybe from Bayan, if we see that we are too high, then we will begin reducing, increasing the rate of descent. For now, I think we are okay. All right, looks like you guys want it at nighttime. You don't want to change anything there. Should I get Thrustmaster TCA yoke or the Turtle Beach Velocity if they're the same price? Absolutely go for the Thrustmaster TCA yoke, without a doubt. Yes, I... Sanket 007. Welcome, my friend. Yoke and throttle, absolutely, yes. The yoke and the throttle by Thrustmaster are absolutely phenomenal. Right, we're going to go standard, set our altimeter. Continue the descent. Looking good. All right. The auto brake is, we're going to put that on 2. We'll leave the speed brakes for the time being. And that is, I believe that the airport is right there. And right before the arrival, we'll try to remember to reset FSLTL. Here in Italy, we have a big heat wave, 135. Oof. Wow. Yeah, it is 15 Kuwait. Yeah. 50, 55, 60, 65. It gets to like, yeah, 60 Celsius. Yeah. All right, folks, we are almost there now in Doha. We should be able to see the nice skyscape just in a few minutes here as we arrive. We can see the aircraft going in and out of the airport. And by the way, the haze that you see here is more than likely humidity. I think that the way they represent this in the sim is that you see like a haze layer. It's actually not haze, it's actually humidity. So 13,000, I think we're looking okay for so far. And the speed is good. So you should I should get the Thrustmaster yoke and throttle for 135 kd. Yeah, Ali, go for it. And I will tell you now, my friend, you will not regret that at all. You will not regret that at all. 24C, but really high humidity. Someone please kill MRS. Yeah, 24C with the humidity is not pleasant. All right, we are approaching 10,000 feet now. And we can see that we need to be below 9 and above 8 at Eggnog. Eggnog. Is it Eggnog? That reminds me of Christmas time. Right, we're coming there to 10,000. And we're going to extend the speed brake. So we can just get the aircraft to about 240 knots before the 10. All right, let's go ahead and turn on the landing lights. Landing lights are on. And we're going to turn on the fasten seatbelt signs. Look at those lights. Wow. And here is the airport right there. And this is the cityscape. Here, maybe let me zoom in here. You can see this here. This is the city of Doha in Qatar. All right, we can disarm the speed brake. Let's go ahead and arm it. Speed brake is armed. I already have the Airbus side stick and throttle quadrant. Well, look, if you can use those for Boeing. I mean, it doesn't really matter that much. You can still use them if you want. But if you want like a Boeing experience, I highly recommend the Thrustmaster yoke and throttle quadrant. All right, so we are slightly. Let me go here. All right. So we need to be at 2,500. And I think we might want to increase our rate of descent just a little bit here. And I'm going to go ahead and reduce our speed to 205 knots. All right. We're going to extend the speed brakes, allow the aircraft to decelerate. We're actually pretty close now to the airport. If we look here, the outside. Yep, that's the city, that's the airport. That's our runway right there. And we can see the aircraft coming to land here at runway 34 right at New Hamad International Airport in Doha, Qatar. I love the volumetric lighting in Microsoft Flight Simulator. It looks really good. Sometimes too bright, I think, but it looks pretty good. Right, all these aircraft are lining up to land. Right, we can remove the speed brake and we can reduce the rate of descent. 1600. We're looking good. Oh, I didn't know that the plane is for free. Yeah, it is absolutely free. The Phoenix H1 or this 787. Well, the Phoenix is far more advanced than this one, but I do like this one. It's not bad. It's actually not bad. All right, so the final approach speed is 130. Was it 138? 139. Let's take a look here. 139 is the final approach speed. Okay, perfect. Okay, we can arm the speed brake. And here's the turn. And at this point, we're going to reduce our speed to 180 knots. There we go, 180. And we're going to go flaps 1. And here is our turn towards the airport. Free for X-Plane 12 too. No, for X-Plane 12, there is no free 787. There is one 787, which I do not recommend, which is the McKnight 787, but I do not recommend it. I don't think it's worth the price. Right, that's 2,500, our initial approach altitude. And speed check, flaps 5. There we go. Make sure it's all right. That looks good. Excellent. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just reset traffic. That will help us just make sure there are no aircraft on the runway when we arrive. Right, looking good. We still don't have a visual because probably of the humidity. Right, we're going to come here and select approach, localizer. And localizer is captured, approach is activated. We're looking good. We don't have the runway in sight. God, it's pitch dark, isn't it? Wow, I can't see a thing. Right, we see the glide slope needle coming down. I'm going to go ahead and lower the landing gear. And we're going to reduce our speed to 160 knots. Speed check. And flaps 15. I think we're going to start seeing the ground a little bit. All right, and let's go ahead and reduce this to our approach speed, which is 139. 2,500 feet. Make it daylight. All right, let's do that. We can't see a thing. How about we do this? Right, flaps are full. We are 1,800 feet from the runway. We still can't see a thing. Wow. Very unusual, huh? Land 3 is active. I can barely see. I can definitely see the runway lights now. Right, we have the runway in sight, 1,000. And autopilot disengaged. Auto throttle disengaged. My aircraft. Oops, that's not the view I want. There we go. What is this guy doing? Go around, please. That's what happens when you have FSLTL with no air traffic control. He did go around eventually. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Doha International Airport. 80 knots, manual braking. And we made it safely. Yeah, let's retract our flaps. Right, taxi lights on, runway turn-off lights and landing lights are off. Strobe lights can go off, logo lights off. And this is a stand Echo 11. Didn't want to stop with my toe brakes. All right. We're a bit... Alrighty. We can turn on the APU. Taxi lights off. And we'll leave the beacon until we turn off the engines. External power is available, so let's turn that on. And we can kill the engines. That's a nice departure there. Right, beacon light off, nav lights are off. And we will request deboarding.
The boarding requested.
All right, and we've made it. Thank you very much, Steph. Glad you liked the landing. Glad you guys enjoyed that landing. I think it was all right. When I try to depart from OKK, it only puts a direct departure. I can't change it. Why? Not sure what you mean by that. But perhaps, Ali, if you can join the Discord, my Discord server, and just put a screenshot there so we can take a look at the problem that you're having. Lots of helpful folks on the Discord channel, so please make sure you join there and we'll be able to sort you out there. Thanks, Alex, Matt, Steph, Rand, UV Digital, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Captain Shaka, appreciate it, my friend. And we are now deboarding, which brings us to the end of our live stream this evening. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Again, I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to Pilot Jabir for providing me with a copy of Kuwait International with the addition of Terminal 4. I want to thank the developer of the 787 mod for making this great mod for the community to enjoy. And I want to thank all of you guys for being here with me this evening, for your endless and unparalleled support as always. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Until next time, please take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you all very soon. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye for now.
Passengers, the boarding starting.